Almost all sellers ask me, when is the best time to sell? So today we're going to talk about that, including questions to ask yourself and real local market data. Also want to know when's the worst month to sell? We're going to talk about that too, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Theresa Wellman with HomeownerExperience.com, a local San Jose, California realtor. I work with my clients to empower them to make the wisest decisions for themselves using real market data and step-by-step guidance. So let's go ahead and jump into when is the best time to sell your house? The first question to ask yourself is, what is your ideal move? Are you truly flexible and could sell any time of the year? Because really the best time to sell is when you're ready to sell. The second question to ask yourself is, who is the likely buyer of your house? And of course, the big question, when is the best time to sell? So let's dig into that a little bit. So you really need to understand the current market. If it's a buyer's market, it's probably going to be a little bit harder to sell than if it's a seller's market, right? So the first thing to know is, where is the current San Jose market or your area and local market? If you live in the San Jose area and want to know specifically about your community of San Jose or a nearby city, you can go to my website to look at the market stats, homeownerexperience.com/market-stats. And there you can refine the data to your specific neighborhood. In the San Jose area, it has actually been a seller's market, believe it or not, since 2012. And obviously that changes a little bit. Different cycles and different seasons, we get a little bit more of a neutral market, but we have not had a true buyer's market since 2011. Now, if you're wondering about highest price, when can you sell and get the highest price? Well, if you take a look at the charts here that I track, it is very obvious that in the middle of the year, we tend to get higher prices. That is a seasonal thing, and it's almost a guarantee every year. Granted, we do have years that are slight anomalies. The only way to really know when prices might peak is to track other market statistics and factors, talking with your agent who really knows the market and can guide you in that direction. But if we're talking generally over the last 15 years or so, the price peak for San Jose area is typically in June, sometimes May, sometimes July or August, but typically in June. Now, think about that data though. Those are when the sales are actually closing. So those sellers were in contract likely 30 days before that, meaning they sold their property in late April, early May, or put it on the market maybe late April, got it in contract early May, closed it in mid-June. So think about that. It's really going to be the best time to get the most price by listing your property in April or early May. Maybe you're looking for the quickest sale. If that's a criteria that's important to you, the best month to sell really depends on the market. Again, is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? So track that days of inventory to understand. And the other factor into the quickest sale is how well you prepare your property. In San Jose area, preparing your property for buyers to move in is really important. They don't want to see a lot of repairs and fixes or old furniture and things that are yours. They want to imagine themselves moving right in. Now, the last point is, what is the worst month to sell? We definitely have more competition in the summer. The inventory starts to peak, but sales have already started to go down in July and August. So I would say that's a pretty difficult time to sell, because expectations of sellers are usually set on the recent comps in spring, and a lot of buyers are out traveling or doing things with their families, so that's not a great month. The other really not so great month or worst month to sell would be December. I hope I answered all your questions. If you have further questions, please comment below or reach out. I'm Theresa Wellman with HomeownerExperience.com.